how was your investigation at the Zetland Masonic Lodge, Dolly? I'll just see if I can pull a card to describe how I feel about the place. Ace of Wands, which means, yes, that's kind of it, isn't it? Because that feels like that was the head honcho, John, sitting there at the back. And he was he was the lodge master. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong word to use, but you know what? I'm not allowed into the secret society of Freemasons because guess what? It's a secret for men. It's men. It's the brotherhood. It's not scouts, darling. It's the brotherhood. It's, I don't know. Look it up, okay? It's something about goats. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of spooky, that one, isn't it? Because Ace of Wands, he was definitely there, and he was trying to keep the trash out. Anyway, the first time, tell you about the trash in a minute. I'm going to play you some EVPs of what actually happened. The first time I went there was on a private ghost hunt, which the lovely Carly decided it would be a good idea if she shouted her boyfriend, Jared, for his birthday, a private ghost hunt with me. So we chose the Zetland Masonic Lodge and we sat there, and boy, did we have a good time. Wasn't any cake, I gotta say, but there was a lot of banging and a lot of knocks and a lot of movement. And Jared, suffice to say, I'm pretty sure he was scared to death. So good on you, Carly, for bringing him a ripper birthday present. Anyway, I'm going to play you some EVPs of actually what was heard. We thought we were talking to a Steve, and I think Steve was getting a bit upset because originally we spoke to Steve, and then we thought it was Chris. Carly said, "No, I think I heard a Chris." So then I think Steve was getting a little bit annoyed that we were calling him Chris. So there was a few knocks, all right. Also, Jared let him know about this little triangle we have called the it's called something flux or something, whatever. Anyway, it goes different colours. It kept on going red. It go green or red. It kept on going red. This little triangle sat on the floor. So have a little listen to this. After he knocks, the spirit knocks, because Jared's just in the lodge by himself. We're talking like a small, well, it's not a small room. It's probably, I don't know. I'm not good with the dimensions. 50 metres by 50 metres? No, it's quite big, but it's fully enclosed. No windows or anything like that. And there's a big head, the worshipper master, big chair at the end. No, sorry, that was my big hand there. And, there's all the paraphernalia about the Masons and things like that. And there's all the old photos and stuff like that. It's very ornate. It's very beautiful. Grecian theme, which is quite lovely. But that's kind of like the loveliness stops there. So we sat Jared in, and he was having a chat to spirit by himself while us girls went outside, made cups of tea, things like that, as the girls do. You know what I mean? It's not really good to get into the men's space. That's all I'm saying. So while he was sitting there chatting and talking about the triangle he touched, have a listen to this.
Make the triangle go green again. You can do it.
Did he just say amazing? Amazing. Like the spirit's like, wow, I can make this triangle go a different colour? Whoopee-doo. It was really exciting. But then after through about 5 minutes, we heard about 20 knocks. Then right at the end, have a little listen. As Jared's feeling quite uncomfortable and thinking, I want to get out of this room alive, and I'd like the girls to come in soon. Have a little listen. So he's still not there.
You want me to leave? So do you want me to leave now?
You better leave now, is what he said. You better leave now. Have a little listen to that again. You better leave now. not very nice. I mean, it was his birthday, and I kept on saying, listen, it's his birthday. You could at least sing him a song, something like that. So the next investigation we did was actually on Friday night, and it was, I had, I think, 3 small groups through, which was going quite fine. We also had the help of Bethany and I think her name's Georgia, her friend, who's also a medium. Mediums come along, and I'm stirring things up a bit. As mediums do. For me, I think they stir things up. They go, oh, come on, let's go. So that's exactly what was happening. Lots of noises and things like that. But John, she felt like she was communicating with John, the head of the Freemasons, in his big chair, and he was being all very loved. But there was a bit of trash coming in. She couldn't work out why the trash was coming in, and then one of the boys in my group, one of beautiful person that came along and paid money, ran outside. I said, darling, what's wrong? He said, I just felt like I got stabbed. And then he pulled up his shirt. He's got a big scratch mark on his back. I mean, that doesn't happen in my tours. I don't do prisons. I don't do asylums. I don't do, disgusting places. So I was a bit unhappy about that. So I ran back in. I said, listen, Bethany, blah, blah, just got scratched. I thought John, was a lovely guy and all that kind of stuff, lovely Freemason. I mean, what's going on? Or Steve or Chris or whatever. I thought they were nice. So you never really know who you're talking to. It's really weird. You never really know. My toilet just flushed then, which is something about, I don't talk too much about spirits. It just flushes. So that's kind of weird anyway. And she said, oh, that'll be James. I said, well, who's James? She said, oh, James is he's a bit, moral compass is a bit wrong, and, he's coming from next door. Oh, he's coming from the funeral home next door. He's just gone, lights on, think I'll come on in and cause a bit of havoc. And that's what he did. And then when she went off at him and said, listen, you can't do that, he then scratched her medium friend on the back again. And she put up a blouse and there was another scratch. I said, oh, come on. People didn't pay money to get scratched. Okay, you go to Ararat to do that. You don't do that on my tours. Okay, we have a nice time here. It's already a cup of tea, Tim Tam. That's all it is. A little squeal in the dark, all right? So anyway, so she said, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. So then she said, listen, James, John helped her, the lovely Freemason guy. Then he helped and her guides. And then hopefully they moved him on, and then it felt a little bit calmer. And then we had the ghost, what do they call the Bogan Ghost Hunters. It's got a YouTube channel. Follow them. They're fabulous. Anyway, young boys came in. We started to get a lot of knocks and things like that again with them. They also went into another room. They saw coat hangers moving by themselves. Yeah, in fact, look at a little video of them. Coat hangers moving. It's fantastic. Look up their YouTube channel. Bogan Ghost Hunters. Yes, I think that's what it's called. And in the room, they also made, there's a big string and it's got gold G attached to it. I don't know, G for goat. I don't know about the goats thing. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to know. Really, I really don't want to know. Anyway, they asked that to move. Yes, it started moving by itself. What else did I get to move? Oh yeah, a light out in the hallway. A light out in the hallway on a piece of string started moving too. No, the windows weren't open. Okay. So I just want to tell you, share some EVPs, such weird stuff, weird knocks, things like that. How good was that EVP? You better leave now. They're always telling that to me. Guess what? I always ignore them. So I will be doing another paranormal investigation at the Zetland Masonic Lodge. So stay posted for upcoming spooky dates on that one. All right, my darlings.